I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's up, guys, man? We back with another episode of Between the Lines, man. And I don't have a rant, but like I have a little discussion that I want to have because I'm kind of confused. Like I'd like look into like people's stats a lot, and I've been watching my team, the Lakers, and I've been hearing all this conversation about it's LeBron and Giannis for the MVP. But then like when I look at the stats, when I look at how we play basketball, like how our team plays, I feel like our team is ran through Anthony Davis, and I feel like instead of LeBron, it should be Anthony Davis as the MVP contender. I just feel like, this is what I thought it was when I first seen this. I felt like this was like childish, but like it's kind of true. Like LeBron joined this team, we weren't in the playoffs. AD joined this team, we're in the first seed, and they was like, who's really the MVP of this team? And that really made me think about this. I was like, they kind of getting on to something. Like, yes, LeBron's having a great year, and I feel like people just putting him up there because he's LeBron. He's 35 years old, one of the best players ever, an icon. Everybody knows him, so I feel like everybody just put him up there for the MVP, and he's having a good year. But I just feel like he's not having the best year on our team. I feel like Anthony Davis is having the best year on our team, hands down. We're running the team through him. To me, LeBron's playing point guard, but when you see LeBron on point guard, he's looking for Anthony Davis most of the time, because if he's not doing his thing, if Anthony Davis not doing good at all, we're not winning because it's ran through him. And I don't know, look at his stats. He averaged 26.4 points, 9.4 rebounds, 3.2 assists. And I think he's shooting 48 from the field. Nah, not 48, like 50 something. Damn, that hurt. Sorry. I think he's shooting like 50 something from the field and 33 from the three. So he's having a great year. He's closing games for us. He just closed the game the other night with a step back three. And I'll get on to that after this. But yeah, closing game with a step back three. And like when I look at it, I feel like we're just ran through him. He's the defensive anchor. He makes everybody around him better on defense. And it's true because like in the beginning of the season, LeBron was like, AD's trying to push me to make all defensive team. And you can obviously see like LeBron stepping it up on defense. He really going crazy on defense this year. And it's because of AD. It's that leadership that AD has. And LeBron really never had a player this dominant next to him. He's a dominant big man, the best big man in the league, hands down. And I just feel like, everything's running through him. The plays, he gets the most ISO touches on our team. He has the better games on our team. Sticks the best player on the field on the other team every game. I just feel like he's the MVP of this team and the second MVP of the league. Giannis is, to me, it's starting to look like he's unanimous, but he's the second MVP on this team. It's no question. I don't feel LeBron deserves to be in the MVP rankings. Well, he could like top 10, but like top 3, I feel like that has Giannis, AD, and Luka all over it. AD had a way better year than him. I'm sorry. Like, look at the games he had. Against the 76ers, against Joel Embiid, the best defensive team in the league, he had 37-13. Against the Boston Celtics, 33-10. Nuggets, 46-13. No, Nuggets 33-10. Boston 32-13. And against his old team, 46-13. A 50-point game against the Wolves. 41-9 against his old team again. Like, he's been going crazy this whole season. This offensive stats that like we haven't seen in a long time from a big man like this. And that's his all offensive stats. But he's doing all that while guarding your best player, while arguably being the best defender in the league, and he's probably gonna get Defensive Player of the Year. He's doing all this while still playing elite on the other side of the ball. Like, I just feel like he's one of the best players in the league, and to me, he is the MVP of this team, MVP of the Lakers, and I feel like he should be number 2. I've talked about way more because I just feel like LeBron. There's no hate to LeBron. I just feel like he's only up there because of the name that he has, and like people not really realizing like, AD's having a way better year than LeBron. He's carrying both sides of the ball than LeBron, more than LeBron, and I feel like it's cool though, but I feel like another reason why they say that is because like LeBron's running the point guard this time, so they feel like the games really ran through him now since he has the ball in his hand most of the time. But it's really not. It's really ran through AD to me. If you want to be honest, it's ran through AD. And the only stat line, so points, assists, rebounds, shooting percentages, all that AD doesn't lead on this team is assists. Everything else is AD. He leads every stat line on this team. It's like, yo, it's obvious that it's ran through him. That's why I feel like, yo, it's no debate for this MVP. It's no debate. I mean, for this MVP of this team. And I just feel like, yo, it's just like, it's crazy. And I'm just seeing it like, yo, LeBron doesn't deserve to be up there. And that's just me. I feel like I'm the only one that said that. But like, yo, it's true to me. Like, yo, Anthony Davis just had an amazing season. I don't feel like LeBron should be up there. He should be top 10 in the MVP rankings. Yes, of course, it's LeBron. Still having a crazy year. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But as far as this team and as far as MVP of the whole league, after Giannis, it should definitely be AD. But MVP of this team is definitely AD. It's most definitely AD. I don't think it's a question to me. But hey, man, that's my little discussion I wanted to have in the beginning of this. But hey, yo, it's been some really good games in the past few weeks, man. Some really good games. We had the Pelicans versus the Grizzlies last week. That game was weird. It was a good game, great game. But after that game, the day after, they said Jaren Jackson had a torn meniscus. He played the whole game. Like, he didn't look hurt at all. So like, yo, that was surprising. And that basically just kicked the Grizzlies out the playoffs. Yes, they won yesterday, but like they have a harder schedule going after this, so they're definitely gonna lose. But like, yo, he played the whole game. I was so surprised. Everybody was surprised when they seen that little alert, like that he's gonna miss the whole season. Like, yo, you played the whole game. Where did you do that at? Or did you play through that? Cause you played through that. You tough as hell. Cause that shit hurts. That's one of the worst injuries in ever. It's one of the worst injuries. A torn meniscus. Anything torn is terrible. And the fact that he played through that, that's amazing. If he played through that. I hope he ain't hurt it after the game. That'd be pretty sad. Yeah, that was a really good game. Brandon Ingram went nuts. They played Zion in the fourth quarter in crunch time, which they should have been doing this whole time instead of resting him. I understand resting him. Yes, he's going to be great. But, yo, y'all trying to make the playoffs now. Y'all wasn't invited here for no reason. You're not going to win the playoffs with him on the bench. And that was dumb to me. I just felt like they're protecting him too much at this point. They're not trying to let him grow. Like, in order for him to be in game shape, he's going to have to be in the game. You can't put him on the bench and expect him to get in game shape. But it's obvious that he does need to lose some weight because like, he gets tired after 4 minutes, which is understandable why they sit him. But like, yo, if y'all trying to make the playoffs, if y'all trying to get him good at all, put him in the game because he's not going to know what to do in these fourth quarter situations if he's never in the game. But yeah, that was one great game. We had the Pacers versus the Magic. That was a really good game. TJ Warren was still doing his thing. Had 37. He had 16 in the first quarter. Still doing his thing. He slowed down a couple days ago against the Phoenix Suns. But like, I'll talk about that team later. They're going crazy. But yeah, he's still having a good game. I mean, he's still having a good season. Hopefully he can carry it into the playoffs. Him and Victor Oladipo can be a nice 1-2 punch. Malcolm Brogdon's coming back to where he was in the beginning of the season. Looked like an all-star. And that team just looks like a really good team, man. Without Domantas Sabonis, I don't think he's coming back, which sucks because like if he was back, if he was playing, they'll be a team that can knock somebody out the playoffs, surprisingly. But yeah, they're a really good team to watch. You got the Bucks versus the Heat. It was a really crazy game. The Heat didn't have Jimmy Butler, and they were up by like 20-something in the first half. Second half comes. 3 minutes later, they're down by 6. Huh? Like, yo, how did the Bucks? The Bucks came back so fast. It's so fast. They came back so fast. And like, yo, it just proved like, yo, Giannis is MVP. It's no doubt. There's no doubt. Man, it's unguardable. Well, nobody was stopping him. Was clamping up. He led that little run that they had to come back. Him and Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's been efficient as hell. Efficient, going crazy, and hopefully they can both carry it to the playoffs. Hopefully this whole team can carry it to the playoffs. And this is another little discussion I want to have, man. I feel like they gotta get Eric Bledsoe out of here. It just doesn't fit with this team. Any other, like if he was on the Heat, that's a team that would be cool. If he was on the Nuggets, if he was on the Nuggets, that would be a good team. Like, yo, it's just like he doesn't fit for this team. What this team needs is scoring Because they have all the defense in the goddamn world. They have all the defense. And yes, he's a great defender, but like they don't really need that for this team. They need scoring, they need clutchness, because like when it comes down to the clutch, they're not that good. They don't have nobody that can go and give you a bucket. Chris Middleton can go and give you a bucket, but when it's really time to give you a bucket, it's like he's on and off. That's why I said, bro, this team needs Chris Paul. This team needs Chris Paul all day. Scoring, assists, can give you a bucket in crunch time, and he still gives you that defense that Eric Bledsoe had. Eric Bledsoe just on defensive side elite. Offensive side, this looks terrible, and it's off and on, and more often, more on, and it just looks terrible to me. And not trying to bash him as a player, I'm only trying to bash him on this team. I just don't feel like this is the best fit. Like I said, the Nuggets, the Heat, even the Mavericks, that would be a great team for him because he doesn't need the ball to be effective. And Luka needs a defensive player next to him, so that would even be another great fit. But this on this team, it don't fit that well for me. And hopefully they realize it, because I feel like this is a make or break year for them. Because like if Giannis loses championship this year, when he has the best team in the league, I think he won't outgrow his teammates and be like, hey, I gotta get out of here. I'm never gonna win in here. Which, if they don't win this year, it might look like that, because they're just famous for being the best team in the regular season, best team in the first two series, but then when it really comes down to it, they're poop. So I don't know. Hopefully they can figure that out. They also played the Rockets. That was a really good game. That was last Sunday. Kind of late. Sorry. Oh damn. Sorry. Yeah, they played the Rockets, and that just showed me a lot from James Harden. He didn't have the best offensive game at all. He got in foul trouble very early, so it was kind of hard for him to get in his groove. Russell Westbrook carried that offensive game. That's why I feel like, he's one of the most disrespected players in this league. Because like people just don't like Russ for as far as his attitude and the way he plays the game. But the way he plays the game is bully ball. He's going to take you down the post, and he's going to drive on you, and you really can't do nothing. He has really underrated defense to me. Like, he's one of the best ever at that position. But James Harden just had a crazy defensive game to me. That's what it was for me. I didn't care. He scored 23 points, had a couple good shots, but like I didn't really care about that. The defensive game that he had was amazing, and that's something we've never seen from him. His effort on defense was crazy. And like I said, I said this in my shooting guard list. People sleep on his defense. It's not the one-on-one against guards. It's probably not the best. But one-on-one in a post against a big man as a guard is probably one of the best. Because he's strong. How do y'all think he gets to the paint so easily to get those fouls that he gets every single game? It's because he's strong, and you can't stop him. He's strong. That's why he's able to guard Porzingis. That's why he's able to stop Giannis and make him force a turnover, because he's strong. And like, you think he's a slouch on defense, he's really not at all. But hey, their team was really good. They beat the Lakers a couple days ago, but LeBron didn't play, and the Lakers they look decent. But yeah, let's talk about the Lakers, man. No, bump that. Let's talk about the Blazers. I do not want the Blazers to make the playoffs. Scratch that. I do want them to make the playoffs, but I don't want them to play us. But if they make the playoffs, they're going to play us. I feel like the way I'm looking at it, the way LeBron's playing, the way the Blazers are playing as a team, they're going to beat us. I understand we got playoff LeBron. He looks terrible in the bubble. I'm being real. He looks terrible. Not getting the shots up that he usually gets, and he just playing good defense. But like, he's just not looking like the same LeBron. And then you look on the Blazers side, everybody is going crazy. Nurkic just had a 6-block game on 20-something points and 13 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. is a hooper. He's a hooper off the bench. He's better than every player off our bench in his second year. And just getting minutes this year. Better than every player on our bench. Plays defense, can score the ball, can carry an offensive load off the bench, can shoot crazy, brings the effort. Like, if he was on our team, it's over. We win that. Because, he's a big piece. And he showed it this season. And, like, everybody slept on him. I slept on him. And, he's going crazy. Dame just had 40. CJ's still giving you 20. Hassan's still there if you need him. Zach Collins still there blocking shots, giving you good passes. Like, yo, this team is deep as hell and very, very well coached. They're going crazy. I think they're 3-1 in the bubble. They only lost to the... Damn, I forgot what they lost. But they lost one game. And, yeah, this team... I don't want to play this team, man. Because, like, when we wrestle LeBron... when we wrestle LeBron and AD, Gary Trent's going to kill us. Anthony Simon's going to kill us. They're probably still going to have CJ on the court. They run a 3-guard lineup. They run Dame, CJ, and Gary Trent. Yo, and like they're so fast, it's hard to guard them, and you gotta stick out. You gotta stick out because Dame will pull it from half court. Gary Trent will pull it from half court. CJ will pull it from half court, and it's like, yo, they're a hard team to guard. You gotta run with them. Then you gotta step out all the way out there, and they can easily blow by you because they're fast guards. And then you got Nurkic, one of the most versatile bigs in me, can play defense, can shoot, can roll to the basket, very athletic, great passer. Top 5 center in the league to me, hands down. I seen a debate about that the other day, but to me, he's top 5, hands down. And just the effort he brings, he just dunked the hell out of Bobo the other day. Dunked on him off vert. And like, yo, that's, for him, I know that was scary. Because he got up. But the last time, well, not the last time, but like last year, he got up, jumped, came down, broke his leg, split it. On TV, that was so scary. I mean, that was so scary to watch. It was nasty. But like the fact that he just looked like he ain't lose a beat. Like, all right, let this leg recover. But when I come back, I'm still gonna be Nurkic, and that's what he is. And this team just I don't want to play them. I don't. I understand we got playoff LeBron. I understand we got AD. But yo, this is a team. We are not a team. No matter what nobody says. We look like a very fun team together, but this is not a great team. When it comes to LeBron sitting on the bench and AD sitting on the bench, then it's straight iso ball. Kyle Kuzma, Deion Waiters, JR, Markieff Morris, straight iso ball. That's all it is. There's no playmaking in that shit. And it don't look well at all sometimes. And it's kind of hard. You can never play LeBron and AD together until like the end of the game because you got to stagger their minutes because even though we play iso ball, we don't score that much when we play iso ball. So, when LeBron goes to the bench, AD still has to stay up there, and he's probably tired as hell because he just played a whole first quarter, and then he got to keep going until LeBron's rested. It's like, yo, when we get to the big games against the Blazers, who I think is going to get the AFC, I don't think we're going to be able to beat them, man, because they so deep, they just they can throw anything at us. Gary Trent Jr. is no slouch on defense. He's probably going to have to guard LeBron. I trust him on LeBron. And I don't know if they play each other in the regular season. I'm going to have to look that up, but I hope they do. That would be a great little regular season game to tune up for the real playoffs because they're going to get the 8th spot. Let's be honest. Suns going crazy. They're 4-0. D Book just hit a game winner. He's going crazy. Cam Johnson's going crazy. Very slept on player to me. He's like a great 3-and-D wing. Yes, he got drafted really high. You probably could have got him low, but like, he fits for that team. They wanted him, so they grabbed him. DeAndre Ayton's still doing his little underrated shit. 18-17. Like, he don't do that every game, but like, yo, every time I see him most of the time, that's the stat he has up. It's crazy. But like, yo, walking double-double. All he has to do is get more aggressive, get some more free throws. He'll easily average 20+. Mikal Bridges is starting to go off looking like baby Kawhi. Defense, elite defense. And now he's starting to get his offensive game together. Cameron Payne is going off. Straight didn't play this whole season, got a 2-year deal, and showed why they gave him a 2-year deal. Going off. Monty Williams is running this team perfectly. Kelly Oubre comes back probably next year. I don't think he's gonna come back this year. This team's they're gonna be really good, really good. I just feel like they need a 4, try to go get Kevin Love or something. But like, they're having this great season, but they're not making the playoffs. They will have to jump over the Pelicans, the Spurs. Spurs having a really good bubble. Playing them DeMar at 4. So they're playing really decent, but like the Suns will have to jump over the Spurs, Pelicans, Sacramento, the Grizzlies. Like, they're not making it, and I just feel like that little play-in, because they're separated by 4 games, the 8 and the 9 seed. I feel like that's going to be Portland versus Spurs. I feel like Spurs going to get that, and I'm going Portland all the way. So I feel like they're going to get that AFC, and they're going to play the Lakers, and I feel like the way they looking, they might upset us. And if they upset us, they're still going to lose to the Clippers. But if they upset us, I'll be so disappointed. My dog's crying. She scared the hell out of me. But yeah, if they upset us, everybody gonna be like, "Oh, it's an asterisk. It's the coronavirus. It's the bubble, man. They ain't played basketball in 4 years." I don't want to hear that. We had a whole month of regular season, preseason basketball, and when y'all came back, so y'all back in game speed. I don't want to hear that. Y'all not. I don't want to hear that. But other game. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about. I ain't really having a lot to talk about. I'm just waiting for the playoffs, to be honest with you guys. Football, they doing training camp. They not really doing nothing. Baseball, I'm not really paying attention to it because I know like they're about to shut down soon. So, the last thing I want to talk about is the Nuggets. MPJ is showing y'all why I said he is the best high school player of all time. Easily, he's going crazy. First game he had 37. Second game he had 32. And 2 days ago against the Trailblazers, he had 27. And, bro, he is baby Tracy McGrady. He has it written all over him. Talking about dribble hezzy pull-ups from the three in your face. He's 6'10", so he's so long. And when it comes down to his potential, bro, his potential is higher than Giannis. Because he can do it everywhere on the court. Now, you can probably say it's not because, even though Giannis is elite on offense, he's also elite on defense. But I feel like Michael Porter Jr. can get there. He has a nice frame to be able to be a great defender. But offensive game is it's unstoppable already. It's already unstoppable. You shoot over you, he'll post you up. Mid-range game is elite. 3-point game starting to get there and it's starting to look crazy. Like, yo, he had 3 dribble pull-ups. And they played the Blazers. He had the first 9 points. And they was just giving him the ball. Because, like, yo, he's unstoppable. And the fact that he got picked at number 14, like, yo, I understand he was hurt in college, bro. But look at the potential. Watch the high school highlights. If he ain't playing college, that don't matter, bro. Look at the potential. Look at the high school highlights. He was down in high school. The best ever in high school. Man, that was dumb to let him fall that low. That was dumb. That was so dumb to me. That's so dumb to let him fall that low. And now they're paying for it because he got drafted to a great team, and that the only piece that they really needed was a 3, and he's the perfect 3. Now they got Bobo. He was drafted 44. I don't care if he got hurt. Look at the high school highlights. He's a dominant big man. He just got to get bigger, and now he's starting to go crazy when they get him playing time. I feel like they're going to do him like they did Michael Porter Jr. Some games he's going to get a lot of time. Some games he's not going to get a lot. And it worked out. Look at Michael going crazy. So just wait. Bobo will get his time. But, yo, the fact that, yo, if these players were healthy in this college season, they would have been top 5, arguably the number 1 pick. So I just feel like, yo, for them to not be able to play the college season, it's about potential in the long run. I still would have drafted them top 5. I don't care. Sit out the first season. We don't really need you. If you're drafted in top 5, you're not going to win nothing the next year. You'll probably make the AFC, but, like, most likely no. So, like, yo, what's the point of drafting a player to try to win right away if you're a top 5 pick? Just draft a dude for the potential that he has. Bobo and Michael Porter has some of the best potential. And for y'all to let them go to the Nuggets, yeah. I'm talking to every team right now. Y'all stupid for that. Y'all stupid for letting them boys go to the Nuggets, man. Because now the Nuggets look like, yo, I was talking about this yesterday. If the Nuggets trade Jamal Murray for Jrue Holiday and just let the offense run through Jokic and Michael Porter, then you plug in Gary Harris who can shoot the ball, Torrey Craig can shoot, you still got Jeremy Grant, still got Monte Morris, Bobo off the bench. Like, yo, this team is automatically a defender. I mean, a contender to me. Just plug in Jrue Holiday, and he can also run the offensive lineup. Like, yo, you just plug in those pieces to me, man. I don't feel like Jamal Murray is a player for this team. I feel like he needs to go somewhere else to blossom more, to like become a scorer, because he's not going to be really a playmaker. And you add in Jrue Holiday, who's a playmaker, a scorer, and a defender next to Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. I just feel like the sky's the limit for that team if they do that. I advise them to do that. I feel like that's perfect for them. But Nuggets have a very bright Nuggets have a very bright future, and they have the best young core in the league to me, because the top of their young core, Jokic, is already a top 10 player. Then you got Michael Porter Jr. doing what he's doing now, showing how unstoppable he is. Jamal Murray, I say you should trade him, but he's still a great player. Averages close to 20 points. Then you got Bobo off the bench. His potential is higher than Zion's to me. Like, this team's gonna be great in a couple of years. But that's really all I got for today's episode, man. I'm just waiting for the playoffs. Playoffs need to hurry up. I think it's in about like a week and a half, so we're almost there. first round matchup, I feel like LeBron, you're gonna have to average 30 points because the Blazers are coming. But that's it, man. See y'all next episode.